Welcome to Cusco, the old capital of the Incan Empire. Located way up high in the Andes, inhabited first in the 10th century, the history is rich, vibrant, but plagued with oppression, as seen in the lasting remnants of Spanish occupation. Their invasion led to the destruction of monuments, forcing the Incans to become their subordinates. For the feeling that one people could be opulent is false. There is no human, no race that is dominant. Mira al Cusco, centro el corazón, toda tiene una significa, nada está sin razón. La ciudad había construido en la forma de una puma, con serpientes y tesoros desconocidos en las piedras. La cultura y la historia, todo está viviendo, con orgullo y una fuerza, la manera de la Inca. So thank you for allowing me to see through your eyes and realize just how diverse it is to be alive. 7 colors of sand in the sun, Rainbow Mountain as it's called by some. Now I stand high here, breathing in the thin air. The sight is too beautiful to simply not stare. The trek, treacherous as it may be, was no less than a pristine beauty. Following the river that runs through the town, nature's a giver, and it's all around. We're not even on the map anymore, it's a true exploration. And I'm a little lightheaded, thanks to the elevation. I'm expending a lot of oxygen just speaking this flow. Entonces yo me llenaba mi cocheta con tocar. La montaña de 7 colores de arena es una vista maravillosa. How do you take in the majesty of the mountain? Eons of age observed, heard the cries of time, words lost like the birds that fly by, but the mountain stands high, it remains. Stoic in stature, emanating independence, but not isolation, for it is the keystone of connection. Unflinching it stands, unfazed by the wind, with a head held high, it sees everything. In an instant of theirs is a lifetime of mine. A mountain is all but a symbol of time. As it talks on by, the mountain stays silent, simply and purely, completely benevolent. Wrap around the world from Peru to Bolivia, dipping into Chile to end in Argentina. La idea es crecer, mi mente everywhere. El guía quien correr, misses what is there. So stop, stare and observe the culture. Es un mundo de su propio, pero estamos conectados. A mí, a ti, cualquier quien tiene alma, todos compartimos este mundo, la tierra sagrada. Nuestra aventura es una para recordar para siempre, pero en realidad las lecciones que aprendí son simples. Every difference jumps out at first for its novelty, but is soon to be dwarfed by the similarity. Humanity's psychology is fundamentally similar. Who are we to even think that there exists an other? The ego's hold should be placed upon a shelf, to not be forgotten, for it lingers in stealth. So stop, stare, and observe the culture. Es un mundo de su propio, pero estamos conectados. Estoy al lago Titicaca, es algo mágico. Para construir una ciudad en su entereza encima del agua, con la ayuda del doctor. Y Mara se habla aquí, al lago Titicaca, Kamisaki, Waliki, aprendí palabras. Las cosas están de la misma materia, del suelo, de los barcos, de todo aquí. Así fue la manera que fue, y así fue la manera que es. Copacabana, Bolivia. Who would have known that you needed a visa to enter the country? I didn't have one. So the bus that I was on left me, now at customs with my cumbersome luggage, 2.5 hours in a boat ride away from where I was to stay. Shit. So I sit at immigrations on the border of this nation thinking, what the fuck do I do? I gathered my papers and I paid my last dollars for a visa to enter Bolivia. I started off walking to the nearest city till I hailed a taxi who came, got me, and dropped me off. With my bags in my hand, I frantically ran after a bus that I thought could show us the way to my friends that left me. The only thing the driver had to say, without even slowing down, I was still running, was the place I was to stay is 2 hours away on an island and I can't go there. Now my dad was with me, equally distraught, so we talked to the locals, trying to see if they've seen two Argentinians who came before us, as we're late to arrive and we'd hate to be deprived of our friends. At first he knew nothing, but with a little convincing, he pointed us to the direction of maybe. We followed his word, and with an absurd amount of luck, we finally found our friends. They were booking a night in an old rickety inn, as just as we went in, rain began pour in, so at least we had shelter and company. and that's how I entered Bolivia. To Chile, Santiago I go. It's like a modern city, and I know, juxtaposed to La Paz, it seems like a different world, but the worlds all collide and we stand side by side. No matter the race, color, or origin, the human embrace can be felt from within. Anywhere, anytime, just look through your eyes and realize that you are alive. And in that fact, you are not alone, because we all survive in one shared home, el mundo nuestro. Desde Santiago y hasta los Estados Unidos, el cielo, el sol, our souls reunite. Árboles minerales, they weave their roots tight to the core of the earth, the fiery pit, rebirth in the lava, and just for a minute, I see all as one and I love all I see. Now 1, 2, 3 come to join me and become el cielo, el sol, árboles y minerales, el mundo y todos somos humanos.